Cruising the back roads with Brandi and Gina. We are rolling out on episode 6. And guys, this is going to be epic because before we even start, guess what has to happen? Brandi, you got to pay up that $100,000. You got to. American Promise didn't win the Derby, but he beat Flying Mohawk.
There you go.
It's smashed.
It's melted. It's not smashed.
You sure you didn't have a temper tantrum?
I'm positive.
Anyway.
But this is why I don't gamble. I mean,
I just lucked out. I mean, my horse come out of the gate, and I mean, it was running hard, and it was up, and it was way up there. I think it was like 3 and then 4. I was like, yeah, and then my horse fell back, and I was like, and there goes that. But thanks for being a good sport and paying up the $100,000.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, buddy. But I appreciate that $100,000 even more. No,
they're fabulous.
So anyway, this week we're doing big things. We've got 2 episodes coming out. It's going to be, of course, our normal cruising the back roads gibberish, and then we have an amazing Mother's Day show. And what we have is a celebration of a few mothers that are special guests on the show, talking about their journey into motherhood, reflecting back about their own moms. And we have a special guest that's come on, and she's talking about a very special bond that she has enjoyed with her mother. So I hope everyone will tune in to our amazing Mother's Day podcast and just listen in and enjoy it and share that podcast with your mom. That's what we're hoping for. Growing up, Brandi, I never really remember celebrating National Donut Day, National Nike Shoe Day. I mean, there's like a
National Only Child Day.
Yeah, I never remember that. But in today's society, there's a national celebration of something every week, if not almost every day. Absolutely. And this week, one of the national celebrations is for nurses. And I saw that and I was like, that's amazing, because nurses are the very people that when you are in a crisis, in a time of your life that you're scared, they are the people that show up and they comfort you and they encourage you, and you build a bond with your nurse. And I was thinking about that, and I have a lady that I can honestly say I don't see her or talk to her on the regular, but when I think of her, I go, wow, she was my person in a time that I needed her absolutely the most. When you think about a nurse, who comes to your mind?
I know a lot of really fabulous nurses.
I do too.
But my sister-in-law, Jennifer,
yeah,
she's a nurse.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Jennifer.
Go with Jennifer. That's perfect. Well, when I think about the nurse that absolutely just pops up in my brain, the one that actually stands out, and I'm like you, I know a lot, but Sandy Urbanowski.
Yeah.
A few years back, I had a heart attack. I actually had a couple of them. And let me just tell you, Sandy Urbanowski was she bounced into that room and immediately identified with what was going on with me. She pushed all the buttons that got me to the hospital that I needed to be in. And to me, I look at her and I think, if it wasn't for Sandy Urbanowski that day, I probably wouldn't be out here cruising the back roads with you. I mean, that's a fact. Another thing they're celebrating right now, it started today, May the 5th, and it runs all week long. That is National Appreciation for Corrections Officers and Employees. And that hits, bam, right at home. Because when Brandi and I are not out running around on the back roads with all our jibber jabberish, we are corrections people. I work in the secure part of the detention center, and Brandi works in the administrative part. And you know it, Brandi, corrections is 24/7, 365. We never close. We're kind of like Motel 6. We'll just leave a light on for you. There's a lot of late nights, early mornings, and everything that goes on in between. And the thing about it is corrections, it often gets forgotten about. People don't realize that what we do is so important to the communities because we keep our communities safe. We keep each other safe at work and ensure that each other gets to go home at night to our families. And on that note, we not only keep the community, we keep the offenders safe. And I think that's one of the greatest parts about your job is, I mean, yes, you do a lot of different things, but one of the things that your office handles are the phone calls that come in from the offenders' families. And what is that like when you pick up the phone and you have a family member calling about a loved one?
I mean, some of them, you know, this is the first time they're ever dealing with this. They don't have a clue. They're worried about their loved one. And, you know, the girls, I don't answer a whole lot of phone calls, but when I do, you know, it's me and the girls up there helping the families, you know, giving them the information about the visits, giving them the information, you know, for deposits, you know, ensuring them that, you know, it's a decent place, you know, they're gonna eat, they have food, you know, all the stuff, you know, they're not back there.
Yeah. I mean, so you guys are like the first line of defense when interacting with the public. And that's why your jobs are so important, because it's the interaction that your office has that gives people peace of mind.
Well, and some of them, even, you know, if like the ones call, you know, that have had to deal with other facilities and whatnot before, unfortunately, you know, they'll be like, you know, thank you so much. You guys are so nice. We don't normally get this, you know, kind of help when dealing with, you know, the phone systems or the visitation and whatnot.
And that's the thing is, you know, it's hard sometimes when you deal with the public because they call you guys, and in that moment, they're almost in a panic. And they're up here, and you guys are here, and you guys stay right there. And that just gives them, you know, so much, and they're so grateful for it, you know. I work in the secure part of the jail, and the thing about that is it gives me a unique ability, and not just me. I mean, it's any correction officer out there. We are in a position that can positively change these offenders' lives. And that's a change that carries on for generations. And that's why, you know, we're more than just safety and security. We're role models if we allow ourselves to be. And to me, that's the greatest honor, is that I have an opportunity, that God has blessed me with an opportunity to be a role model and to be able to positively change somebody's life and the future generations. And that's a huge thing. So to all of our correction officer friends, the ones that's in our family here locally, I just want you to know we appreciate you. And to the correction officers across the United States, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. You are absolutely appreciated. And, you know, I just got to say, it was good old Ronald Reagan. I mean, the great communicator. that actually started the week of recognition for correction officers and employees.
Yep.
So there you go. Good old Ronnie Reagan. I mean, it's carrying on today, and I love it. Let's talk about a few things that happened over the weekend. What did you have going on this weekend?
Work.
You're always at work. Brandi juggling those two jobs. I love it, Brandi. Did you get a chance to check out Facebook? The historic Foes Hall had a play. It was called The Music Man Jr. Did you see all of the pictures on Facebook this weekend?
I saw a few of it.
Those kids did a remarkable job. And you know, that's something we got to give a shout out about, because, I mean, you're a kid, you know, and you get up there on stage and it's live before an audience, and they're out there singing and learning lines. And, you know, that would be stressful to an adult.
Yes.
Absolutely, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And these kids went out there and they smashed it, man. I mean, they did a fabulous job. And I think that's something you got to say. It is creative.
Mm-hmm.
And it builds so much character. And it gives the child confidence. Because if you can get out there and get on stage and do all of that, just imagine carrying that confidence into your, you know, teenage years and into your early adult life and then later on.
Mm-hmm.
So a big shout out goes to the Kreider Performing Arts. They were right there in that, and to the kids and to the parents for putting all that together.
Yeah, and I mean, teamwork, you know, it helps build teamwork too.
It does.
You have to work with all the cast members and all that.
Yeah, I mean, so I think in that particular play, you know, it's talking about community and how the love of a community changed somebody. And that's exactly what we're looking for to talk about in our county. Because I'm going to just put it out there. Crittenden County, to me, is one of the best places in the world to live. Mm-hmm. And I have said it for years and years. If a tragedy strikes your house, and it's at 12 o'clock at night, at 12:01 and a half, there is a group of people that are saying, what do you need? What do you need? What can I do for you? How can I help you? And to me, that is exactly what a community should be. That's an expression of love.
Yeah.
And I absolutely, I adore our community. I adore the fact that we have Foes Hall and such a wonderful place to go. I mean, did you know that I went to school in Foes Hall? That's how old I am. I went to school in Foes Hall. My third grade class, Brandi, was upstairs, and her name was Miss Vincent. And I got so many spankings that year.
I bet you did.
I honestly did. And Miss Booker was the librarian, and my mom would always pick me up in the afternoons. And my desk was right beside that big window, and I could see my mom pull up. And, you know, it was never like I could just go, hi. I had to get up out of the chair, open up the door, and go, hey, Mom! And Miss Benson would flat.
I can see that.
Yeah, she would flat wear me out for it. And you know what? No matter how many times she spanked me,
you did it again.
I did it again. Okay, so it is what it is. I mean,
but I'm really glad that our small community has that for the kids in the area.
Absolutely.
When Dayton was little, we didn't have that. We had I had to take him to Paducah.
Oh wow.
There was a thing at the Market House Theater for the kids, and like he would participate in that, but it was only on Saturdays during the summer.
So in all of the things that Dayton is so accomplished at, you're telling me that he can do live performances too? He would go and participate in all the things leading up to the plays and whatnot, but he would never try out for them and perform in them. Oh, he checked out.
Yes.
That's
but
okay.
Now, when he moved to Columbia, they had one of those dinner theater things where you have to guess who the murderer was, or
Oh, okay, cool.
murder mystery thing.
Oh,
Yeah. And they picked somebody out of the audience and to be one of the characters or whatever.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
My tall, hairy son got picked.
That's amazing.
He stands out like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And he enjoyed it. He really did.
I love it.
He totally got into the character and everything.
You know, growing up, I was never interested in that. You know, I remember one year I was a reindeer and my nose fell off. I mean, that was it. Yep, that was it. And one year it was something I was going to carry something in the Christmas play at the church, and they took it away from me because they were like, "Yeah, you're probably just going to fall down and drop it." So I never really had my hand at doing something like that. My weekend was exceptional, and let me tell you why. I went to a wedding this weekend, and I thought about it after the fact, and I was like, when was the last time I was at a wedding? And I could not, for the life of me, recall the last time I had attended a wedding. And I've been to a lot of weddings in my life because, as you know, for years I was a disc jockey. And I have probably DJ'd over 200 weddings in my life.
Oh, my.
But that's the reception. I was always there for the fun.
Yeah.
You know? But to actually sit down and attend a wedding, I really don't know. I really don't. But anyway, the wedding was Josie and Blake Colonel. And if you know these guys, the wedding was perfect. It was the most authentic wedding that fit the people's personalities that I've ever seen. Brandi, it was in Berna, and it was at this old red barn, right? And you walked in, and there was just, you go upstairs to the loft, and there were pews and a cross, and the lighting was just gorgeous. And it was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. I am not going to lie. When Josie came walking, I thought I was going to cry. I mean, I swelled up and was just like, she is gorgeous. This is beautiful. And the reception was amazing. The food was catered by Country Cuisine out of Salem.
Okay.
And I'm going to just tell you right here, right now, if you've got something going on and you want some catering, check out Country Cuisine. Because they
Was it good?
It was good, Brandi. They did a fabulous job. They had these ribs, and I grabbed the ribs, and you didn't even need a fork. I mean, as a matter of fact, I didn't eat
ribs with a fork.
I do. I eat ribs with a fork. Don't make fun of me, but let me just tell you this. They were so good, and I got all these napkins, and I mean, I got a lot of them, and I just folded up some of them, put them in my pocket, and took them home. Because I was like, I didn't need that. I don't know where that came from. It's just part of the story. So anyway, a big congratulations out to Josie and Blake Colonel. I am so happy for you, and we wish you a lifetime of joy and happiness. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your very, very special day. So, coming up this weekend, you have Mother's Day. Is Dayton going to be able to be in town this weekend?
Not that I know of, unless he just shows up. But you know what I'm doing this weekend?
What are you doing this weekend?
Working.
Poor Brandi. She's always working. But we have been talking about it, and we are gearing up. We've got a couple of road trips coming up. We've got a big one here at the end of this month. We're not going to tell you the destination location just yet.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. And then also this month, and I'm just saying, I know we're all over the place today, but also this month, the NFL schedule comes out for the 25-26 season. That's a big thing because we're big Chiefs fans. And we might have a road trip on that too, huh? We might. You never know. But anyway, I just hope that everybody has the opportunity this week to get together with your loved ones. It is Mother's Day, and that is a great time just to spend time with the people you love. And if you can't be with your mom, make sure that you at least reach out and say, hey, Mom, I love you. I appreciate you. And I would have you again in another lifetime. I think that's a big thing. You got anything you need to add to this? Oh,
Hey, Mom, I love you.
there it is. I love that. That was so sweet. Anyway, it's Cruising the Back Roads with Brandi and Gina. We drop an episode every Wednesday at 4. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for your support. Have a blessed week. Peace out.
See ya.